Hello everyone! So it's Sunday and I wanted to wrap up my reading week. This week was interesting. The International Booker shortlist was announced. I have a reaction video and I have read only one of the books there, but another one I have on hold from the library, and I'm planning to read hopefully the whole shortlist before the winner is announced. So we will see how that goes. I'm excited about it. I think the list was quite good, so I'm excited. Also, on Friday it was World Book Day, and I mean it's probably my favorite holiday, even if it's not an actual holiday, like we don't get the day off. But it used to be an 80s a big deal in Spain, and my family in particular celebrated like Christmas for books. I mean, we don't celebrate Christmas, but that's something that we do celebrate. So my mom sent me some money for buying books, which was super sweet. And I bought some of the International Booker books and some other stuff as well. So I'm excited for those new books, and I will be sharing it with you when they arrive. Yeah, other than that, the week was quite chill. I'm a bit concerned because the government of the Netherlands decided that it was a good time to start opening things again next week, even though our numbers have not gone down and our vaccine rate is still super low. So yeah, it is a bit concerning, but hopefully we'll be okay. I don't know what they're thinking, to be honest. We'll see. In terms of books, I didn't read a whole ton, but I did read some stuff, so let's go into that. The first thing I finished was The Treasure by Selma Lagerlof, I think, which is a Swedish classic, and it's a very short book. It's sort of a fable about this princess kind of in Sweden that it's basically a lot like Frozen. It's kind of a feminist take on the Prince Charming thing, that it turns out he's not so charming. So yeah, I enjoyed that. I read that as a part of the Booker Boy book club, and I enjoyed it. It was nice. I also finished The First Woman by Jennifer Nansubuga Makumbi. I have been reading this for a couple of weeks. I don't know why it took me so long. But it was a really good book. So this is part of the shortlist for the Jalak Prize, and it's about this girl in Uganda, and she's from a small village, but her dad lives in Kampala, which is the capital, and she has some mysteries within her family, and throughout the novel we find out slowly about the mysteries, and also there's some mythology of the place mixed into it, and some cultural references, and I liked it quite a lot. I think it was very interesting. However, I must say, I mean, maybe it's also my mood, but it did feel a bit long. I don't know exactly where they should have got it, but it did feel a little bit long, just a little bit. But yeah, overall I think it was a good book. And then other than that, I'm currently reading still the Barack Obama autobiography. So I'm reading this as a buddy read with Rainier Books, and he's currently moving, so he's not he doesn't have a lot of time to read this at the moment, and I'm also trying to get through some other things. So we're reading this very slowly. We're still in the third part out of 7. So yeah, it's not even halfway, but that's okay. I think that happens, and it's fine. I think we are taking it slow. And to be honest, it is the book itself, it's also quite slow because it has a lot of detail, and Obama, as he is, tends to ramble quite a bit, so I think I cannot take that too much at a time anyway, so I'm enjoying that we are taking that slow. And then I also reading some of my book to prize books, which I had not started yet. I had read 2 books of my group previous to being assigned these books, but I want to hit the at least half point into, have read 3 out of 6 at least before the month ends. So I'm working on that. I cannot talk about the books I'm reading because it's a book to prize and we have to keep it silent until the winners of the round are announced. So yeah, I'm sorry I cannot share that. And then the last thing I wanted to talk to you about is the fact that I have DNF Summer Brother by Jaap Robben. This was in the long list for the International Booker, and I was reading it as an audiobook and it was going so slow and I was not enjoying it a lot. And because it didn't make it to the shortlist, at some point I just decided to quit. Just because I think it happens to me often when I'm stressed or I'm not in the reading mood, that I DNF books a lot easier, and I have not been feeling like I want to read every single book out there at the moment. I'm enjoying the books I'm reading, but I'm just not in that. I think I'm a bit overwhelmed by all these prizes and all the books that I want to read. And because this one was not one that I was enjoying, and I have so many other things that I want to read, I decided that this was not the time for me to read this book. So I DNF'd it. I was a bit bored, and maybe it is also because I was reading it in Dutch, and Dutch is not my best reading language, but yeah, I was just not enjoying it, so I thought it was pointless for me to continue, especially since it didn't make it to the shortlist. So yeah, that's my reading so far. Next week I'm expecting some of the International Booker shortlist books that I have bought this week to arrive, so I will probably be reading a lot of those and hopefully getting through most of them in the next couple of weeks. Most of them are not too long, so hopefully I will be able to do that. Also, for the Yalak shortlist, I have also bought some of those, so probably I will also be trying to go through those in the next few weeks. But yeah, that's my update for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have read any of the books I talked about or anything that you have read this week. And until next video, bye!